Joel Embiid is a joke.
Embiid is never playing a back-to-back again. All right. Welcome to the Rundown. Today is November 13th, also known as Frank the Tank's birthday. And the Rundown is brought to you and to us by JackPocket. You can order lottery tickets right from your phone with JackPocket, which is America's #1 lottery app. You can order Powerball, Mega Millions, and other official state lottery games right on the app. Best of all, new customers get your first lottery ticket free using our code Barstool.
Could you imagine if someone out there today uses that code and hits the Powerball?
Brother,
I
can imagine.
With their free ticket.
You can't win if you don't play. Download JackPocket now, and don't forget to use the code Barstool. And don't forget, JackPocket is America's #1 lottery app and the official partner of Barstool Sports. All right, guys. Frank, happy birthday.
Well, thanks.
Happy birthday, Frank.
49, huh?
Yes, 49. One year from today, I'll be 50.
That's how it works.
I mean, it's gonna be. I got to figure out what I'm doing for 50. I think I should do something really special.
Did you do anything good for 49?
Well, I spent the morning walking around the campus of West Point there with a couple of players from the Army football team.
Oh.
What was that? What was West Point like? I've never been there.
That campus is breathtaking. It looks like a castle, and with the fort and everything, and the grounds, and you can feel the history. And then you got the mountains and the Hudson Valley. It is an incredible campus.
How far is West Point from here, from the city?
Maybe about a little under an hour and a half.
Oh, that's not.
Oh, that's it? I thought it was like.
I know, me too.
No. It's just on the other side of the Hudson River, in upstate New York, from like the Hudson Valley's over there. So it's
Okay.
not too far.
All right. Topic today: Erik Spoelstra, Miami Heat coach. He had an imaginary timeout that cost the Heat a win. What do you think about this, Frank? You're already laughing.
The best part about this is Jalen Rose was at the game, and the camera cut to him, and you can almost see you almost hear the flashbacks going through his head.
Funny tweet here.
That's unreal.
I mean, the things that might have been going through his mind. I think every noise is going through his mind.
With the hands in his head.
I love that.
This almost looks like someone just going through just utter flashbacks and nightmares of just going on in his head.
That's tough. So Heat were in this game overtime, I believe. Spoelstra tried to call a timeout, didn't have any left, and it cost the Heat. And this is one of these the games where they're fighting for this mid-season tournament here. So the court looking all crazy.
I hate that. I couldn't even watch it. Court.
These courts are ridiculous. I mean, it really is like they designed this for fourth graders.
So let's take the other side of it. Play devil's advocate for a second. So who cares about the NBA in November? This gets people talking about the NBA. It's something. Do you have any positivity on that end, at least, Frank? Can you understand why they're trying to do this?
No, it's fake. It's fugazi.
What is this mid-season tournament?
It's a thing to draw attention when football is on. Honestly, it's like
it doesn't. It's like it's just regular games, and they basically just bracket it out as it's a tournament.
And then they take the 4 teams at the end who had the best record. They play a little bit of a tournament in Las Vegas in December. And then the Lakers actually won it last year. And
the Pacers, right?
But it's just structured within the regular season schedule, so it's not like any separate entity. It's just still goes towards your regular record and everything.
Yes.
Okay. Even the last games do too, right, Frank?
No.
No, the last one's the Final Four doesn't, right?
The Final Four doesn't. And then they put the Lakers, who have won 17 NBA championships, actually put this silly-looking banner up.
That's embarrassing.
I mean, it's terrible. But you know what? Joel Embiid returned last night, and after 5 minutes, he needed a breather, And tonight, he's back on his load management schedule.
He's a fucking joke.
No way.
Joel Embiid.
Yeah, I could have told you that.
He's not playing tonight.
Joel Embiid is a joke.
Embiid is never playing a back-to-back again.
I mean, I think Joel Embiid wants every game reduced to 40 minutes, with each period having a 5-minute break in between, and the playoffs being just like single elimination. I mean, this guy just doesn't want to play.
But is it him or is it his coaches?
No, it's him.
But his coaches are afraid to be like, get your big ass in the game.
He runs that team.
And Shaq took him to task last night.
He did.
Yeah.
Shaq took him to task. It says like the Sixers are never going to win a championship with Embiid. His attitude doesn't right. His commitment doesn't right. I mean, he's out of shape. He's coming in there. It's embarrassing.
Now, Tank, you're a Knicks fan now. You were a longtime Nets fan. You jumped over the Knicks. What do you think? So not off to the best start. What's your take on the Knicks so far?
I think they definitely need Mitchell Robinson back. Karl Anthony Towns,
Cat.
I'm surprised he actually was able to play yesterday. The whole floor is paint.
That's true.
I mean, Karl Anthony Towns is actually literally afraid of the paint. I mean, he's on the wings for a 7-foot guy. He plays awful soft.
Any regrets about leaving the Nets fandom?
No.
What if they get Giannis?
They'll fuck that up. They always do.
You're done with the Nets 100%.
100% done.
Why?
It's just everything. And then you got that arena. That arena sucks.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's not a good arena. It's very dark in there. It's very bizarre.
Yeah, very, very like vibe. There's no vibe.
Yeah, it's a strange.
It's corporate.
I understand.
It's a corporate. It's like
they did leave New Jersey, so I understand why Frank would take umbrage. Although I think Frank should leave New Jersey.
Wait, where does Kenyon Martin's son play? Isn't Kenyon Martin's son on it? Yeah. I saw him like.
I don't know.
He was like skying it up there. I can't remember what it was. Where does Kenyon Martin's son play?
I'm not sure.
Kenyon Martin's son? I don't know.
Oh, Sixers.
It's on the Sixers. I was like shocked because they kept cutting to Kenyon Martin. Well, I only know him NBA 2K6. Shout out Kenyon Martin. He's played all the time.
Yeah,
he had the shot block and the ankle thing, the Achilles thing. They kept cutting to Kenyon Martin more than they did his son. But I guess he's not too bad. Not that that has anything to do with what we were talking about.
Not at all.
An intrusive thought.
Kenyon Martin, intrusive thought. Do you have any other intrusive thoughts about Kenyon Martin or just basketball?
No, my like deep basketball knowledge.
Okay.
Outside of the Celtics probably stops in 2006 because that's when I stopped playing 2K.
And he was there with the Nets 2 runs to the NBA Finals out of the
That's
East.
true.
When
Jason Kidd.
Richard Jefferson was on the
Yep.
team, right?
The East was
Van Horn on one of those?
Keith Van
No, he
Horn.
played against him, right? No, Sixers, right?
they got rid of Van
got rid of
Horn.
him.
They got rid of Van Horn just before all this their run started.
Caitlin Clark had something that says, like, this is a great headline. One of us is from the blog. Caitlin Clark lives out every golfer's biggest nightmare. I know Reeves wrote this blog. I completely agree. I'm just horrible at golf. So anytime I hit it, I don't know where the hell it's going. And this, you have a crowd of people watching you, which would be horrible anxiety. And then she smokes it right into a group of people.
Do you see this? I don't get it. Does she not know how to golf and she decided, let me do this?
I mean, she's probably asked to do this celebrity tournament,
Look at this.
I'm guessing.
This is a worst nightmare. That's a lot of pressure. Skunk.
My thing is she didn't seem to care. Like, she's like, I wouldn't you have run over to see if, no, maybe not?
Very low club speed.
I think there was one time.
I'd be so nervous I hurt somebody.
I forgot which it was one. There was a president that did this once.
Was it Ford?
Yeah, think about it.
I think it was Ford. I think it was Ford. Ford smoked one into some people.
Ford killed the
smoked
guy?
one, hit the guy in the head.
Frank, I've seen you play mini golf. That's been a disaster. Have you ever played real golf and had this happen?
I did the pitch and putt, and I've never hit anyone.
Okay.
My mini golf on those launching pads we played at last year. I mean,
This is Jared Ford here. This is tough.
So,
Remember, Ford was a great athlete when he was
look at
young.
the style. Damn.
no, he was good. He was actually a good athlete.
Remember he fell down all the time?
It's Jenks.
Well, you know why he fell down? You know why he fell down all the time, don't you? You know he had bad knees.
Oh, all right.
And he was actually a football player.
He was? That's what I mean. He was a great athlete.
He was like a lineman. He played
Did you go to Yale?
Michigan. University of Michigan. In fact, I think the University of Michigan retired his number. He had, if the NFL was more known or more...
I know. Like a bigger,
serious?
bigger entity.
Back in the 30s, people who had like serious intent to be something or other didn't go into the NFL. They felt that professional football was for ruffians and roughnecks.
Also wasn't paying anything.
Yeah.
It wasn't paying very much.
So Ford could have possibly been a pro prospect if the NFL was actually a viable league at the time. And he was a good football player. And his knees were bad. His knees were shot.
Chevy Chase would always make fun of him. Fall down on SNL. A new study shows people are making their vacation plans around places with the best airports. This seems insane to me. Rico wrote a good blog about it. Although
love
Rico,
it.
I guess, got snubbed by Matt Harvey. And he said, I guess Matt Harvey gave him kind of the cold shoulder. So I'm sure Rico's going to hate Matt Harvey forever now. But I agree with the rest of Rico's blog, which is basically saying this is insane behavior. If anything, airports are inconvenienced.
Oh, I disagree. 100%.
Really? Oh.
I won't fly out of JFK. I'll only fly out of LaGuardia. I won't fly out of Newark. Being in an airport that is well laid out, I don't even really care about the cleanliness, but that's well laid out and easy to get around, it makes your entire trip.
Oh, Newark is great. Newark is well laid out.
Newark has
They have
LaGuardia was voted #1 airport in the country.
which 10 years ago that would have been a punch.
Oh, exactly.
well, Terminal A at Newark Airport was just rebuilt. It's a brand new one. It's beautiful. It's so perfect. Terminal C is kind of like it's kind of a little antiquated. It was fixed about 20 years ago, but it's not bad. Terminal B is a mess.
You won't fly out of JFK. You have to. So if you're
Dude, I
flying
won't.
to Arizona, the only direct one is from JFK. You'd rather have a layover and go to LaGuardia?
I would rather like lay over for an hour in Atlanta. Because JFK is an hour and 45 minutes. It's a fucking dump.
Is JFK the only one that does international flights, though? Am I right about that? Am I wrong?
Yes.
It
Yeah.
is, all right. Well, I don't
So you
go
might have to fly to
international. I got everything I need right
Newark.
here in America.
All right.
Go to Newark.
I can
Newark
go to
is.
Newark. I've
Newark's
flown international out of Newark. It's nice, but I get like getting to an airport knowing you're not going to get fucked with terrible TSA, even though most of them are terrible.
all
You're going to have a nice.
You don't have clear?
clean Breeze through. I do, but now everyone has clear, so it's like half the time the line is just as long.
Well, I signed up for the clear with the TSA,
You got the double, yeah.
Look at that.
and I fly through that. I fly.
All those cameos.
Yes, it pays off.
That it does.
So would you pick a vacation spot because of the airport? Would you like,
No,
for instance,
no,
like
I would
Miami
just,
is a
like-
horrible airport. Would you not go to Miami because they have a horrible airport?
I would choose. I'll say this. I would choose a less ideal time to depart if the airport was better.
All right, I think that's smart. That's a smart compromise.
Well, I'm very
Fort
smart.
Lauderdale's not too bad.
No?
No.
I think I've been there once. I don't like this headline. The nerds predict. I think just probably people who know about stadiums and architects predict. Can you scroll up a little bit, Nate? It will cost $55 million to completely fix Tropicana Field. Tropicana Field's roof was blown off for Hurricane Milton, and the issue is they don't have a drainage system built into the stadium, so you can't have an open roof. Plus, there's always rain in Florida. So
This is a mess.
this is a disaster.
Also, I don't think. Am I crazy? Like that doesn't seem like that much money. $55 million, like for a mate, like a.
Fix a roof?
That's like not that much for a
No,
stadium.
that's-
Am I nuts?
Seems like a lot of money.
$55 million?
Especially since they
Really?
have.
I feel like I hear about like
It's-
stadium like rebuilds are like in the billions.
Eventually, Spence are going to be building a new stadium
In 3 years.
in 3 years anyway.
So this is the so
Dumb take.
here's the best part of this. In March, so we're in November now, obviously. In March, they had a $100 million insurance policy that the city cheapened out on because like they're going to be gone in 3 years anyway. It would have covered the entire roof.
Wow.
And because of that, now they're having to come up to try to figure out how to pay for this roof. Some of the insurance is covering the roof, but not all of it. If this hurricane had happened a year earlier, they would have been totally in the clear. But this puts the Rays in a horrible spot. I hear rumors they might play in Clearwater. It's a single-A stadium. Maybe Dunedin. There's the Major League Baseball wants them to stay in this area, so A, they can keep up their corporate sponsorships and keep up their season ticket base. But if you're a season ticket holder, do you want to drive all the way to Clearwater?
The best option is, and the Yankees have to not be assholes about it. You got to use Legends Field.
I don't know if that's a better solution either. Clearwater's closer than Tampa if you're in St. Pete.
But it's Tampa Bay is probably where most of their fans are. Tampa.
That's fair. They have to cross that bridge.
They have to cross that bridge, and that bridge is.
That bridge is a nightmare trap. So I lived in Tampa for 2 years. And we would go to a bunch of Trop games with the Trop back when they were the Devil Rays. And having to go over that bridge to go catch like a Wednesday night game was just a shit. It wasn't bad
terrible.
coming home, but getting there was a shit show.
Yeah, probably because the games begin right.
Rush hour,
traffic.
nightmare, complete disaster. So I don't know what you have right now. You have two Major League Baseball teams that are basically nomads. You have the A's are in Sacramento, but at least that is somewhat of a viable solution, I guess, for 3 years. And the Rays are orphans. They have nowhere to go.
I mean, and the crazy thing is they're being threatened that they'll pull the funding from the ballpark if they leave the town for a year.
Correct. That's the other problem. You have the city is saying that we're not going to give you anything if you even move. Because they were considering going to Montreal. The problem is they're trying to fix the Montreal stadium in case they get expansion and they have a layover stadium there. So they're literally a team without a home, which is wild.
You know, they could maybe go to Charlotte and be the Charlotte Rays for a year.
I don't think Tampa Bay would like that very much, Frank. It's your birthday today. Any plans tonight? Any crazy, wild times? You and Jenks just turn the town red? What happens?
Probably gonna go out, get something good to eat. I got big plans this weekend. I'll be at the UFC. They're gonna be at the UFC pre-show at the Mustang Harry's.
Oh, all right.
What?
Are you going to the fights?
Yeah.
Are you going to the fights? Are you going to the pre-show and the fights?
Yeah.
The pre-show is the thing we're doing, like
Yes.
a event. People can come see you.
Yes.
Yeah, what
it's
is
gonna
it?
be,
Who's doing it?
Yeah. So you, Robbie.
It's brought to you by New Amsterdam, right?
Yep.
New Amsterdam. It's going to be at 5 o'clock at Mustang Harry's.
It's you, Robbie, and Jack Mac?
I think that's who it is. Yes.
Robbie Fox. Yeah. So if people want to come see you, they can come see you at Mustang.
This will be the first time I'm ever going to a UFC event. I'm going to support Michael Chandler, who I had previously done Frank Walks with. So I think it's going to be a good time.
That's great, Frank.
And Mikey's even coming in for the weekend.
Mikey Betts is coming in?
Dang
Yes.
Oh, boy. Boy, they better lock up the alcohol.
And
right? Mikey likes to knock him back.
And we're also going to have Stu Feiner with us, so it's going to.
Oh, my God.
You better
lock up
leave,
everything.
Frank. You got Stu
Jesus.
coming
Are
in?
you? Do you know if you're sitting cage side? You're up in a suite.
I don't know where we're sitting. Mikey, I
Stu
think
be ready
Mikey.
to roll?
I think Mikey knows where
When
the
is Mikey
seats are.
getting to town? I gotta meet him. I might meet him for a drink.
You might. He's only coming in Saturday and leaving Sunday. But
Stu
All right.
Feiner at UFC is going to be so RTR.
my God.
I mean, and you know who else is expected to be in the building this weekend?
Who else?
Oh, 4-7?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I
Dying.
mean,
So you got
Don.
you got potentially Trump, Stu Feiner, Mikey Betts, Frank the Tank. What a crew.
Stu's
I
friends
mean-
with Trump.
that's gonna be electric. I think he might line up the whole city for the next 2 years.
God, I love Stu. I forgot. Stu's been in Chicago, so we haven't seen him around here in the office, but he posted a picture of me and him and this comedian Karen Fian from like 2015 the other day. He's going to be very RTR. I'm excited for you. I'm happy for you.
That's gonna be a hell of a night, Frank. That's a good birthday weekend.
Yes, it is.
Good for you. Anything else, guys? Anything else you guys want to promote?
I think just 15:30, probably.
Okay.
Pretty much
yeah.
it.
Fair.
Go check out nowshewilltour.com, buy my live show tickets coming up in Chicago, and I don't know if I'm allowed to promote.
Oh, and let's not forget about Immaculate Constellation.
Yes.
UFO hearings today.
Oh, please.
Think there are aliens,
I don't
Frank?
care. I couldn't
believe
care
in
about
aliens?
anything less.
Yes, I do, and it's been confirmed that they do exist today.
Do you think aliens are just like microbes, or do you think aliens can walk and talk and tell stories? And
I'll tell you where the aliens are from, brother.
People think I'm an alien.
In outer
That looks so
space.
weird.
Well, yeah.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
and Adam Silver are from the same planet.
You know,
Wait,
thank you, Frank.
So what's
Thanks,
gonna
Frank.
happen?
Appreciate it.
What is the actual hearing? It's they're just saying here are UFOs. Here's what it was, which is obviously
no.
classified military.
No, there's
That's what a UFO
they've
is.
actually found that the Pentagon is reverse engineering recovered craft.
But here's the thing that I don't understand. I think UFOs are as simple as it's another government's aircraft that we don't know about. So when it lands in another country, people are like, we have an audience now.
We do.
So when it lands in another country, people are like, oh, this must be an alien aircraft. But it's really just like a fucking Russian
They go
drone.
too fast for the human body to absorb.
All right, well, I'm proven wrong then.
It's the proof is out there, and it's getting closer and closer to the day where we're gonna finally be told the entire truth.
Do you think you're gonna meet an alien in your life before you die? Will an alien come and say, hello, I'm, his name, and you'll say, I'm Frank?
Sure, I'd like to, and of course, I'm inviting any aliens watching in the universe. Come on down, introduce yourself. Tell us about your planet. It'll be a great episode of Frank Walks.
All right.
All right, well, happy birthday, Frank. And I think, unless anything else, that's the rundown.